This is a short demo of our Mongo sharding. So these three containers are not used, but we have these three containers containing our configuration servers. So for sharding we need three configurations, and they are basically handling all the metadata for our sharding. Then we have our router. This is the one that our server is talking to, which is the one responsible for routing to the specific shards. And then finally we have three shards running in the other container, and we are just having each shard as a single Mongo, so we are not having replica sets, which should be the best thing, of course. But here we're just running it with single Mongos. So let's have a short overview of the status. So we see that we have these three shards on different IPs, and we see that the IPs are for these three shards we have here. So three different IPs, but running on the same port. Then we see that we have sharded our rooms collection, and this has been sharded based on the position, and we see that they are hashed, these values. Then we have, as we see here, two shards, or we have two chunks on each shard, which means that we have 6 different chunks that we see here, and they are basically just the intervals of how, which data should be stored on which shard. So now let's try to add a user room and see that this is working. So we're going to run our daemon. So let's just set up a few rooms and then we run our daemon. Just make sure that we have the right ID. Yes. And daemon. Let's see if everything goes well. Yes. And command. This takes a while. Let's see what happens. Yes. We're in. We can look. Yes. So this does use code. And then we can say db rooms find. Let's see what kind of rooms we have right now. See that we just have a few rooms and we have no user room in here. So now let's try to add one of these. Let's go north a bit. Can't go north, so dip north. The user room. We can go into the user room. Yay. Now let's look over here. If we go find this time, we see that there is now a user room in our Mongo. So we have showed that we have 7 different Docker containers running, 3 for configuration servers, 1 for the router, and 3 shards. And we have shown how we have sharded based on the position key. And finally, we have shown that we are actually able to put data into our cave, as we see here that the user room has now been added. Yes.